Away, relatives, and welcome to the first and very chaotic first episode of Let's Have a Powwow podcast. I am beyond excited to bring you two of my favorite humans, Miss Josephine and Jayden-Avery Love. We talk about creative explorations with friends, the DL trade, and describe our perfect day. I start this episode with Jayden and Josie's song, Skyrockets. It makes me so happy, and it is such a banger. Skyrockets is streaming on all platforms, so go listen and enjoy the show. See you soon, cousins.
Am I not what you wanted? You asked for the moon, I give galaxies. You're looking so disappointed. Think they want a star until they feel the heat. Well, then you'll get nothing. I'll give exactly what you're giving me. You wanted a slave, asking for it all but giving vacancies. It's not easy loving you, loving you, loving you. Gas me up like rocket fuel, rocket fuel, rocket fuel. It's not easy.
Tell me, how did that song come about?
Oh my goodness. It actually was one of our weird little exercises, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So,
What's a weird little exercise?
We're best friends and we do weird things. Like, in a way, like, we just do things that
Creator.
they're
weird.
creative, but nobody else would
yeah.
really do with them. Do them with us.
Oh my God.
So-
Are you guys seeing? Like, look at the love. Like, this is why I needed you two on the first episode of Let's Have a Powwow podcast, because this is what I'm talking about. This creator love. You guys are doing exercises together to better yourselves, to become deeper in your art and your craft. So that's how Skyrockets kind of formed out of an exercise.
No, we are serious about rehearsing.
Yeah, we
together.
were just like, we're gonna. We were both like, I'm feeling stars. Remember?
Oh,
This
yes.
came out of a
Yep.
thing, and I was like, I
I'm feeling
really want to write
stars.
something about stars and skies. She was like, me too. And we were like, okay, let's both listen to something, and then we'll stop and listening it, and then we'll go and write, and then we'll come back together in like 30 minutes. Like, we'll call each other in 30 minutes and like see what we have.
See what happened.
Love.
Yeah.
And
And then we were at your house one night, right? And I was remarkably unimpressed with the men of the world. And I
Honey. Because, baby,
per usual.
a word.
some things to say.
Yes.
Okay. The DLs and stuff had just gotten me down.
Oh, not the DL
And-
trades.
Yes,
Honey. But they provide us the inspiration.
Oh my God.
I mean, these fucking DL boys. God.
No, I know I can't say we. Even though I know she feels the same way. I know I just have like one thing really to say about the whole thing, and they are scary. Me and her have a lot of thoughts
They are about
on the
them.
whole DL game of everything.
And mind you,
it's
this
scary.
is not DL people who like, you know,
Yes,
you're taking
I
your
know.
time, you're keeping your head down, no spook. You're not like trying to like bother people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about those. We're talking about the ones that are trying to play all the games, girl. But like at the same time,
That's
they
the
want to do
danger.
it from inside of a closet. Like
Yeah. Inside of a closet, and they hate themselves and they hate
the
everything.
world.
Yes.
Goes into
Wanna-
murderer territory,
Yeah.
serial killer territory.
Yes.
Just saying, and I kind of hate to say that, but it's kind of like it does. It's a little.
It is. And it's
Uncomfy.
kind of,
Yeah.
it's, you know, and I think because I come from a generation where there are a lot of DL guys and I'm a fucking, you know, whatever, cis, hetero, fucking boring ass woman, but have dealt with a lot of trades in my life because they like to come and kiki with the girls.
Right.
But they don't want to be seen with the dolls in the daylight. But okay, so the trades influenced
Okay,
the Skyrockets.
They did.
Yeah.
The disappointment in the men's.
And it's like it's a song about disappointment, but bitch, it is a bop. Honey.
It was like the exact opposite direction.
Oh, no, like
and the attitude in it. And then first of all, when the song starts out with her and her Jersey accent, it's everything.
Yes.
Like, I live.
Yeah,
it
was so much fun to do. It was like, we're still trying to get back on that Skyrockets train.
Yeah.
Like, we still are like,
Yeah.
what's the next, like...
Exercise. What's the next?
Yeah.
What's the next inspiration?
We have two that are actually we're working on.
Alien ass shakers.
And
we feel
work.
completely comfortable putting that out into the world because we know for a fact it's going to happen.
Bitch, work. When's that coming out?
We don't know. We have not written it yet.
It's
we
not
just know
written.
this is going to be a song.
Right.
Like, we're trying to figure it out. It's kind of those ones
The
we're putting
title.
out there and we're waiting. We're like,
I see the
where
title.
are you? We thought it was
On
going to
title.
be Alien ass shakers. We thought it was going to be that. And then we were like, okay, that's a bit much. Let's rework that.
Well, I want the deep cut of that because whatever you just said, I heard it. I heard it.
Shakers. Shakers. We're working on it.
I hear that. I hear it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh my God.
It started out as one of our little joke things.
Yeah.
Where what is it, down the road?
Oh, yeah.
You know, would you?
Because we're ridiculous. We do a lot of really like we got into like Tabitha all along, and we're on the same page a lot of times. So I'll be like, "Are you watching that?" She's like, "I'm watching that," and I'm like, "Really?" Because we're witches, and then we like go into our witchness. We're like, "Here we are."
Here
we are. But it is real. We are very synchronistic to each other.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
Oh my gosh, we met at Project Reach.
Yes.
In
Hey,
Chinatown
John.
to Don Cow.
And Faith. Faye.
Yeah.
Explain what is Project Reach?
You got that, girl.
Okay, so Project Reach is like, I mean, it's kind of like, for lack of a better word, it's like a daycare center, but for social justice. Like literally, it's like, it's a lot of, okay, that's embarrassing. Okay, there's like, it's like a youth program. You come in there and you learn about the woes of like America and like, you know, the racial divide and stuff like that, but as youth. And then like the work that we were doing was coming up with like exercises to do to get people to understand social injustice.
Yeah, social injustice. And that would be like across the board through like sexism, obviously like misogyny, homophobia, transphobia. Criminal justice, like, you know how that, we would like go into like this whole thing. And so it was like a lot of inner city kids who are actually like, it's weird. I actually still see people I met on trips to Project Reach and shit. I'm like, oh wow, you work at Hunter College now. Interesting. You know, like I do kind of still keep up with some of those people because we all are from out here and then no one really left. Everyone's like still in wherever they're from. Yeah. Pretty much.
Project Reach. She's very important right now. Are they still in business?
I don't.
Is it happening?
You know what?
Because
I was actually thinking. I think they actually aren't because I think they had trouble keeping space.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like those types of things that always
because of New York City,
constant turnaround because of like gentrification and stuff.
Yep. And they had like, what do you call it when you like take companies into your company?
Yeah.
In order to like boost, you know,
like the community house was inside the Project Reach for a little bit. In
Wait, in Chinatown?
Yeah.
Oh, on Eldridge or not Eldridge?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
That building.
Yes.
That's where me and Jayden first met.
I live.
They lit it on fire. I had to stay there for a little bit.
Who lit on fire?
That's what happened.
The people that live there?
Yes.
I believe that, honey.
Yes.
Who?
Somebody didn't want to pay rent or something. And
oh
we
wow.
woke up.
There was a prostitution ring on the 4th floor.
It's giving that.
What was burning?
And everybody knew it.
It's giving that. It was giving.
And we used to go up to the rooftop and do our own mischief, but it got too dangerous up there. We were like, oh my god.
Looking at you, girl. Okay, well, we were just trying to misbehave.
Yeah.
Let's take our asses
Start getting
downstairs.
too dangerous. Like,
drink responsibly inside.
You thought you guys were underage drinking was cute. Bitches were hooking on the 4th floor.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
In the staircase. You go in there and it's a whole world.
It's a whole other world. That's just like New York shit.
It is.
Like, right? Is. Like, does that still exist? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, so we discovered how you found each other.
Yes.
And that was teenage years?
Yeah. We're both teenagers.
Oh my God.
And we were always conscious of you, like social justice stuff. Like, you know, and I was always queer as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And was the group like, did it represent different people in all walks of life?
Very diverse. Like group of like kids you were with. So it was actually very interesting because people would clash. And the crash outs were crazy because it's like everybody's coming from a really like different perspective of like life. Where it's like, you know, and she would be up in the mix more than I'd be like, girl, this is crazy. She's like, I know.
Yeah,
but we love her. We love Project Reach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of introed you guys. Josie, you tell me if I'm wrong or if I didn't add enough things about you. You are a musician.
Yes.
You are a singer. You're a dancer.
Yeah, a traditional dancer.
You are, yes, and you eat it on up.
Okay, yeah.
Honey, she eats it up.
Baby.
And you can see those on YouTube,
Instagram.
all over. Honey, she's a legend.
Oh, thank you.
And a mother.
Yes.
And am I missing anything else?
Well, I used to be an actress, but I'm trying to kind of give it up.
I forgot about the fucking actress.
Oh my goodness.
But
You're trying to give it up?
Yeah, I don't know. It
She
just.
says that.
Well, I missed a lot. Listen, honestly, I slept on a lot of opportunities. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, let's see what music is giving.
Okay.
So
Which is fun.
Yeah, which is a lot of
Funner.
fun. Yes, because
In some
acting is
ways.
its own thing
It
as
is.
well.
I just like,
And girl, it's not over.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
I just
no.
started to feel like I was getting like really, really creative about it, and like I felt really strongly politically about a lot of things. So I'm just like, I got to focus on my opinions. Girl,
Yes.
we got to focus on that. So
And with music.
working into writing, I was like, yeah, we're about writing right now. Like we'll just say what we got to say.
Yeah. And putting in your creative social stance is so beautiful too. It's poetry. You know, music is poetry. Music is its own art form, and your music is incredible.
Thank you.
And I love seeing where you're going with it, and I love your artwork that you do for it. And all of this stuff is streaming on all the platforms.
Yes.
So y'all really need to check it out because Josie is a very special New York native woman, honey. And one of my favorite songs is called Libra Lady. Libra Ladies.
Yeah.
And I am a Libra and she is a Libra.
Yeah.
And so that's also T.
Yeah.
But Josie, you are from an illustrious urban indigenous family.
Yeah.
Your mother is an icon. I call her icon in the New York, to urban or not, or indigenous or not. She is like a New York icon, and she just had a solo show at PAC NYC, TP Tales from the Stoop,
right.
which Jayden styled.
And I produced.
And that you produced, and look at that.
Yeah.
So how was it growing up with a mother who was a performer and an actress who also came from a mother, which I didn't know that until I saw your mom's show, and I was like, girl, no.
Yeah.
The mother of the mother is also mothering.
Yeah.
Work.
It's
So wait,
crazy.
how is that
Oh my goodness.
growing up with that?
Well, it's like I grew up in a family of artists, so they're all artists.
And we didn't even talk about your father,
Yeah, it's
Kevin.
Yeah.
Wow, who is a traditional drummer.
Yeah.
He was a dancer.
Yeah.
Did he ever do art or anything else?
Those were his. He really was like a powwow guy.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
like
he
an
was.
icon, like an amazing powwow guy. If I saw him at any community dances or powwows, like he was the one. He was the one to speak for so many people, and was so sweet, and like he's a legend as well. Like Kevin is a legend. And those are her parents, and so obviously this is why we get this boss ass bitch. So I mean, that's like a dream to be for me, like not growing up in that environment of having artists and performers as parents. How was that for you?
I mean, I think like there's so many things to be grateful for. I think when you're growing up that artistically, and you know, it's so weird because it's like I relate to people who really are like their family is a family of artists, because it's like it's just a certain dynamic that is very particular. You know what I mean? Like if you like, I feel like anyone who has other family in the business can kind of like feel that, like, because it's different. It's a lot of egos. It's a lot of artistic opinions and opinions in general and political opinions and like, you know,
and opinions on your art.
Yeah. And it's it's a constant dialogue. It's like, you know, like Delana Studi, for example, like you know, whenever I talk to her, it's like, I feel like every time we come into a conversation, at some point we stop and we just get each other. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I get it too. Cause it's a family of like all of this. So, but it's also, it's very beautiful and lucky in that way. I feel, you know, like some of my like other like Native friends whose parents are powwow singers. I feel like it's just such a gift to grow up in that upbringing that it's like you really, really, and especially once you have kids, you start to like really appreciate 100%. And examine. And there's something, and I'm like, when I see the talent, and I feel so happy to like be able to say this on like a public platform, but when I see like the talent that has come out of like Indian country, like through powwows, I am so like proud of that, because there are so many talented like native powwow dancers and singers out there who are like sewing these outfits. I mean, collaborating with Louis Vuitton, you know, collaborating with other like, you know, major brands. You know what I mean? Kayla, it's like Kayla, I grew up watching her dance at powwows, and she would always encourage me when I was younger. Like, and when I see her like doing her thing, it's like, I'm just like so proud to see that, because it's like, she's always been super talented and all around talented, you know? I think about like Joe Big Mountain. I always say that because I'm like so proud of that, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like that was like my friend when I was a little kid, and his work is like on the red carpet of like the Academy Awards, like, on the
Gucci dress,
on a Gucci, like it's
which
just,
is now going to be in the Smithsonian.
You know, and his sister Seven working on it with him, and his wife and his family, and just like to know, like,
oh my god, all the hands and energy went into that.
Yeah, to know them so personally is so beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? You're Osage, and like, you know, we always like. We were chipping away at Killers of the Flower Moon because every time she starts freaking out, and me and Mom are like, "We're not going to do this with you today. We'll start again tomorrow."
We're on our third try.
We're on like our third try.
I know. You falling asleep or
she gets upset?
Yeah.
She starts going off. She starts attacking the white people, and it's like, okay.
And like seeing it, because they're not seeing a lot of these stories told. Yeah. They are just aghast. They're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like. Yeah, that's only just like a couple stories. Like there were hundreds of people that happened to, and that it's, you know, that money is still going into the Catholic Church. You know, our royalties, our head rights are still going into these entities that those people, you know, bamboozled their way of getting those head rights and putting our money into those.
How anti-biblical can we get?
Honey, a child, a girl.
If we got time.
I know. We can get all the way. But I love what you said about the community, and especially having a child. I moved to New York City on a Greyhound bus in the year 2000. And I came here to...
Jealous. Immediately.
I came here to... live out my dream of being a hairstylist, an editorial hairstylist, celebrity hairstylist. And I did it. I am that. I do that. You were talking about Kayla Looking Horse.
Yes,
we worked together with Kaylee Reese, who is an amazing actress who was in True Detective. Yes. I worked with Lily Gladstone out in LA. Yes. I did my dream. I had a dream. I came to New York and I achieved this, right? But when I had a child in 2010, you know, every year I go back home for our dances, for Elanshka. And those are our ceremonial dances. But in New York, I was missing out on that community. And when I had a child, I'm like, I have to find this community in New York. And so that's how I found the American Indian Community House. And I started going to the functions there, the dances, the social dances. Because when I had a child, I was like, okay, she has to know something. She's, you know, I grew up in Oklahoma and Kansas. So I had that surrounding me.
Right.
You know, I had that geography, our tall grass, our prairies, our big open sky. And I was like, she has to be connected to other people, our community. And I found the American Indian Community House, you know, your father, who had his drum group, Silver Cloud Singers. And that was a beacon for me to connect back into the American Indian community experience in New York. And then through that, you meet other people, and you, like you were saying, you get so inspired, and like seeing you and getting to know you and getting to see your brilliance, and then all of Indian country. And then your eyes opening up, you know, being in fashion for 20 years, over 20 years now, being the only Indigenous person there for a long time, being in rooms where you're the only person of your kind, right? Where you're like not, and that's how this podcast came to be. Let's have a powwow, because it was centered around, you know, this suggestion of a meeting. Let's have a powwow. Let's have a powwow. So with Let's Have a Powwow podcast, I am reclaiming, I'm getting this name back. It's coming back. We're going to have a powwow ourselves. And this is why we're here today.
And I love that. Because then anytime someone says, let's have a powwow, if someone listens to your podcast, we'll be like, oh, the podcast?
Yes.
Really take it back.
Ooh, let's go.
Like,
and,
fully.
you know, I was looking for signs. I woke up, I was like, I need a sign. I'm like, oh, no, I want a sign, right? And whenever I ask for a sign, I'll get it. I was working with this Broadway actress recently.
Yes.
Who's fabulous. And she's playing Betty Boop on Broadway. Gorgeous. One of her managers or people, really sweet woman. We were getting ready to change outfits. We were doing press for her Betty Boop run. And she said, let's have a powwow 3 times. Bitch, I was like brimming, smiling, like, oh my God, this is amazing. I got my sign. Normally, what I do now is I preemptively, if I'm on set with, you know, shooting, we'll look at the V flat, like, okay, we want to do this with the hair. What do you think of this? Styling, makeup, photography, right? We're all around. Before that happens, the producer is kind of going around trying to figure out, like, okay, now I'll step in and be like, oh, let's have a chat. So now I don't have to hear the let's have a powwow moment, because I don't want to hear this. And it's like, it's a part of me that is now like going around like, okay, I want to say this before you can have a fucking moment to even just be like, whatever. But it's so crazy, like hearing different people. And this is post 2020. This is the woke era. And it's like, I hear it more because people are just ignorant. They don't know. Certain people have sacred situations that happen at powwows. And to deduce that to like a meeting about trousers or what we're selling that day is part of the inspiration of this podcast. So I have to say, I have been in that space for a long time. But you know what I love? I have an Indian, and we can say Indian, because we're here, we're Indians, right? Indigenous Native Americans. Assistant, having her on set with me now, Dea, shout out Dea, is one of those moments that we can look at each other like, girl.
I could imagine.
You know, it's so that part is amazing, and I'm going to have Dea on the show, and we're going to talk about how we first met, which is awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
Because her story is great. But having another Native person on set with me where she just gets me, she gets it. I love that so much.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, like, yeah. So, Jose, now, growing up, did you have to explain what you are? Do people ask you? Because we get that, right? Like, what are you?
Constantly.
Me and your mom actually talked about this when I was doing her hair.
It
like,
was so regular to have to constantly like just explain who I am. Constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. It was just, it never ended. And it was just everything, girl. I've been assumed to be everything.
Everything.
Like Middle Eastern. Yeah. I've definitely.
We're ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah,
in
just
New York.
ethnically ambiguous. A bit. There's been some wild guesses where I'm like, really? That's what you see? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I mean, they're out there.
Yes.
But yeah, I had to always do that. Girl, always.
Yes.
You know what always killed me? People would be like, well, but you look Spanish. I say, yeah, I know. Because I went to school with a lot of Spanish people. Well, I shouldn't say Spanish. I should say,
but that's so New York too, though. Like she's Spanish. That's a Spanish girl. Yeah, sorry, we love you. You know the vibes,
right? But a lot of times they'd be like, "Well, I think you have Spanish in you." I'd be like, "No, I don't." And then they would be like, "I think you do. You just don't know." And that used to always kill me.
But they wanted you part of La Raza.
Right? I was like, "Wow, okay." Now I just don't even know. All right, that's fine. You know, it's like it wasn't so offensive. You know, it's like the least offensive thing you could say. So,
especially New Yorkers.
Sure.
Yes. It goes deep.
Yes. Me and her we're just talking yesterday. We're like, don't make us go there because then I start saying crazy things, out of pocket things, because that's how people talk.
And they're never ready for
growing
it.
up.
Yes.
Like, please.
Yes.
But anyways,
which I love the callback to like how we did grow up and like those ignorant times, right?
Literally.
Oh, there's something to be said. Okay, so Josie, I have a little lyric breakdown that I love of yours. One of my favorite songs. Also, the first verse of "Don't Miss the Sunshine."
Oh yeah.
And you guys, I'm. What is it? Premenstrual PMSE. So if I start crying, this is my podcast, and there's going to be tears.
Yeah,
there's going to be tears shed. I'm going to get through this. Quote. Daughters of wounded mothers, mothers of triggered daughters. She takes on the stress of her father, but life keeps moving on. Oh my God.
Stop. That's going to make me cry. Stop.
I just feel that.
Yeah. It is. And you know what? Because stop, you're literally going to make me cry. I'm very emotional these days.
I know.
I can't. Look at
and
me.
Also,
cry. Stop.
Side note.
Absolutely not.
Side note, we had to fight the devil today in this fucking
real.
NYC came for the girls today. Honey, all of us, we have overcome so much to be right here right now. So if I shed a tear,
you know what? And that's real shit. And that's real shit.
That is real shit. And that is real. That's like New York too.
Yeah.
I turned the corner to the podcast studio today. And when I tell you the street is completely, almost half of it is gone with like 30 construction workers, and they are jackhammering, not 1, 2, 3, like 5 jackhammers. And we could hear it. And then we get into the studio and they're doing construction. So we came in and we overcame, and we had to figure out how all of this works, how everything works. And we don't know if it's actually still working. I think it's working. Okay, good. So yeah, we came through that. And so, like you said, life keeps moving on. And we're here and we did that. But girl, when I first heard that, I feel that, and I feel like so many people can relate to, we are daughters of, you know, wounded mothers, and we're fucking triggered. And but that's what makes us strong, right? We figure out how to use that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you used it in a beautiful way and created that song.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that because that's definitely how I feel. I feel like a lot of times, and me and her, we go off all the time on people on the street. You know, that's why we're like completely relate. We almost got into it quite a few times on our way here as well. So
we kept on saying white people are not going to change our day.
No, not today's Satan.
No, it was getting hectic out here, and so you know we had.
Wow, don't sue me. Come on now. You're not going to see this. Rue, come on now. Let's not talk about the racket.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jayden, tell me, how is your experience? You grew up in New York.
No, I'm from Jersey.
Okay, you grew up in Jersey. Wait, what part of Jersey?
Hillside.
Oh, no, where's she by there? Newark.
I was born in Newark, and then right outside of Newark is Hillside. So I always say I'm from Newark, but I'm actually from Hillside.
Okay, get the tea, clock the tea. How is it being you in Hillside? How was that for you?
I was actually just thinking about this the other day. Like, I mean, let's go straight for the jugular.
Yeah.
That like I was always getting suspended for fights that I didn't start, right? People would literally do this like open stomach, open mouth, open hand thing. And
You talking about this?
Huh? No, where they would just be like, Yeah. Like
Open
chop
neck.
you or like just punch you. You know what I'm saying? And so after I wasn't
Jesus.
fighting back until 5th grade.
Yeah.
I would not fight people back because I was always the tallest person in my grade all the time. And my parents would be like, you have to hit these people back. And I'd be like, no, I'm going to hurt them. Because I will hurt these little kids. Like they were all like here to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I started finally fighting back, I was getting suspended almost every other week. It was always like, where's Jay? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So you've just been fighting your whole life. Bitch has been fighting.
I have been fighting. Like, and then
and that's not shade. That's like, bitch, you to survive. Like you've had to fucking fight.
And then I was raised Jehovah's Witness. So you go
I'm
to the
so
Keep
sorry,
Hall,
baby.
and then you're fighting the shade. You know?
Oh my God, baby.
You're fighting the shade from Sister Abrams. Got that side eye on you. Why are you so feminine? You know what I'm
my
saying?
God, bro. The cults of Christianity, honey.
Oh my goodness.
The cults of Christianity.
That deconstruction has been crazy, and I'm still on that journey right now as we speak. And this is
like rewiring, unwiring, or
I'm still trying to sing songs and not change pronouns. I still do that.
wow.
If I sing this pronoun, that means I'm gay. It's still in my head a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm full
Programmed.
Black trans woman. You know what I'm saying? But the deconstruction that is religion, it like has got to be done because it has like a placeholder.
Yes.
In everything in society that we
Speak
do.
on it. It is embedded. It is programmed into your fucking DNA.
It's that's crazy.
And then you look outside of America and it's like, oh, all these other like indigenous peoples, other places, they all have like these, what is it? What I was talking about, the God inside versus the God outside of me.
That's
damn, it just sets up such a whole different like reality of life.
Yes, and that's the what religion is sold on, right? You come to me, I'm the closest thing to God. The priest, right?
Yes.
And through me, you can find him. That is the biggest lie ever told. And because it is within, because you are God, you are made. The thing with the Bible is that there is some shit, right? God is within us all, right? Like there's the quotes, what's the Bible quote? Like we're cut from the cloth with the same, the vibe.
Made from the same,
That's true. Like there's some shit, like there's some bars in the Bible.
Bars in the Bible. Yeah, there is.
Wait, there's some bars in the Bible. We'll give the Bible that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some bullshit in the Bible. And people really get into that. And
try to skip right over it.
But it becomes a fundamental part of their life, and they spread that and give that to their babies, their whatever, their whole life. And it's so destructive. Seeing people on whatever TV or personally give up on their children because they're gay, because they're trans. I will never understand that. We are mothers.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Absolutely not.
Could you imagine?
Absolutely not. And it's like
I do not know.
Once you become a parent, it's very weird
God.
like that. It's like hard because you can't. It's very hard to picture. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it is.
Yes. So Jayden, you are a fucking survivor, and you're still surviving.
I am.
And I saw that video you took on the subway of that woman the other day, honey.
Yeah.
So this is your, that is a thing that happens to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
think
still, maybe not physically, but verbally.
Physically,
it gets
too.
close to physical.
It gets very
quite
physical
often.
when it goes to like men. A lot of when men get into the situation and they're trying to not sit by me, or they just today actually, it's very much like I'll sit down, mind my own business. Then I feel by now you guys have to realize by now I have evolved with these superpowers to feel it before it's happening.
Yes.
And so I'm just sitting down, and you saw my suitcase I had today. And so I'm sitting down, and then the guy is he gets nervous, and then he just runs out to the next cart because he realized that he was sitting next to me. And I'm I'm just I'm not gonna look at you. I'm not gonna pay any attention to you. You know what I'm saying? It's if you have to do that, that's what you have to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's for you.
Yeah, that's
just
not
happens all the
your
time.
that's not your moment of concern, but that's on you. And that's so amazing that you have that superpower.
Yeah,
That's a
it's protected
superpower.
me a lot of ways.
It's a superpower to be able to trust your intuition
Yeah.
and know that vibe because you're in touch, because you're learning about the God within.
Okay.
And you're trusting that gut which comes with age.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so empowering. Juice.
Magically, I like connect myself to the energy that a lot of people would call like the Mother Mary, there's Isis, this energy,
Divine Mother.
the Divine Mother.
Yes.
And so people do also, when they're on the train and they'll cry, they'll sit next to me. And like I will console people, this does happen.
She does.
I'm like, I'll ask them if they're okay. You know what I'm saying?
Like, wow. Like, what an angel baby saint.
Well, she is a very considerate New Yorker.
Yes.
Like, I feel like anyone who has, like, the pleasure, because she really does not mess with people, but but it is crazy because people will go out of their way.
Yeah. Because people...
Because you're special.
Yeah.
Like a lot of trans people are.
She is.
That trans people have a special ability and an energy. And you have that, and that's like so beautiful. And people like the man who had to move get very threatened by that and scared because they're scared of that divine, that feminine energy.
Yeah, it's too much light.
It's too much.
It is.
It's way too much.
It's too much.
And
bless them because who knows what they went through.
Which
Yes.
is
is
why
also
they
why
are
they have
that
to
way.
run.
Yeah,
It comes with
so
age
true.
too, is forgiving those people because what did they go through to be that? Even though you went through your thing, but you came out and you're light.
Exactly.
But some people can't come out of that.
You walk with your karma in this world.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
really
Yes.
do. And until you learn that, like these people, when I compliment people and they
Yes,
just
she
want to, they
compliment-
stare at you like,
Oh, but it is crazy because she.
Bitch, I do
really-
the same when I'm complimenting women, and they're just like shook, or they're like, "Oh my god, thank you."
Sometimes they will be really responsive, and then sometimes they are just so cold. I'm like, why are you so angry? She just said she liked your jacket.
Yeah.
She didn't like.
meanwhile, I'm just like, okay, girl.
Yeah, and she'll be like,
what they go through.
like I tried one time. I was feeling all like extra mentally healthy, and I was like, I'm gonna do that to like give
I'm gonna do that.
to give myself humility. And I did it twice, and I like called her. I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna end up killing one of these people because I told this girl I liked her bag, and she was like, and I said, well, girl, I don't like your bag. Like, I'm so mad. Like, and-
bitch, fuck you. Girl, I'm not trying to take your bag.
Bag was fucking
I was
ugly.
like, that's exactly. And I was like, I can't do this. I practiced my humility for a day.
Yes.
I'm done.
Oh my god, I love that. Okay, you guys, explain. Each of you, tell me what does your perfect day look like? Like, what brings you joy? Like, what is that like moment where you're just like, oh my god? Do you want me to go first? I didn't even think about this question, but I'll tell you, T. I love being at home.
Yeah. Okay, because that was where we were gonna start.
Because I love being at home. I love drinking a little caffeine.
Yeah.
But first, I love making like a big breakfast. Like if I have a perfect day, it starts with like, maybe some protein, a little eggs, maybe some arugula, some toast, like Kiki. Then I go get my favorite coffee.
Yeah.
And a little sweet treat. And so then the jump off is a stimulant because we love caffeine. And I can ride my bike, and I live in a little town, I can ride my bike to the library. I can ride my bike to a creek bed and sit on a bench. I can smoke a little something. And Luna can be with me or without me. This was something when she was younger, we would do those old bike rides together.
Yep.
But I can be totally fine and happy, when she's at school, and if if I have a moment by myself. That for me, I'm so simple in that way of good coffee, good food, riding my bike, wind in my hair, listening to like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Which I know you're probably not supposed to do on your bike, like listen to music, headphones, but
I could not live any other way.
I live. So that's my perfect day. Like I love that. Getting a little outside air, getting some caffeine, and then, maybe getting some sex later.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know the tea, you know, like that happens later. But for me, it's very simple. For me. So, what about for you guys?
I totally feel that because that's exactly where I was gonna go. I was like, it's gonna sound so boring because I feel like I'm just, you know, like now I'm in my mom life, so I'm just like, it's just not boring, but it's like I understand the simplicity of things more than I used to. So it's like I feel like a perfect day for me would, number one, not having to make my own coffee. Like, baby's still asleep. My husband, Travis, gets up. He gets me my coffee. We sit in bed. We talk. Maybe he's like, I got a little clip. Let's light this up.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, let's do a little wake and bake.
Yes.
You know, have my little coffee.
Yes.
And then this girl gets up. I get her dressed. We have a moment. And then I'm like, take me to a diner so we don't have to clean anything. And we can just order and let her be crazy.
As your babysitter, I'm like literally loving that.
I know. It's so great when it's like
obsessed.
that. Like, I do not want to do nothing. Like, please. I do everything all week.
Yes.
And then go to a diner, have a nice little cup of coffee, then be like, take her to an aquarium. Or like, you know, or even be like, let's go get ice cream and go sit by the water. We having our cute days when it's like nice out, it's springtime, go a little walk in the park, watch her on the playground, have a little coffee. Then we get back, we don't do shit. She goes to sleep, falls asleep in the car. We smoke again. We watch a movie. Then it's time to cook dinner. And then he cooks dinner or orders something. That's a nice day.
That's
for
a nice
me.
day. I have to say, diners are the GOAT.
They are.
Fucking diners.
I love a diner.
I love a diner. I can never not. I love it, and I have a nice little diner in my town, and the food is so good. Because you know some diners are not cute.
Listen,
Like
that really
oil-based.
should be a PSA for everybody.
Yeah.
If you have
Not all
fun
diners
diners.
are
If
not
it
equal.
looks crazy, it's crazy.
It's
Crazy.
And Jersey has some crazy
It does.
diners.
If it looks a little suspicious,
Crazy.
Yeah, Jersey's very much like it might not be finished being created. Like it's like they're still doing construction.
Or they just gave up. Yeah. Like in the 80s.
Jersey will give up on a mean little project, girl. We don't have to send
Fast.
workers.
it does have it sitting there.
We need to open for business.
Bitch, they need these people outside because on a Saturday at 2 o'clock they're still working.
I'm so
Oh, like who are they? What's going on? Is it giving scab? Is it giving union? Like
Where's the union?
where's the union?
Jeez.
Okay, Jayden, hit me. Give me your perfect day or good day, joy. What brings you joyful day? Joyful day.
So first of all, me waking up because I have a cat, Fatty, my little boo, my little angel. But
I love cats.
if he doesn't wake up like throwing up, that's great because like in my mind, cats have this thing.
Cat
like
people know this.
scientifically, they have this thing in their vocals that will wake you up. Like it is like in your sleep. Like I'm a deep sleeper, but him going the
Oh yeah.
I repel from my bed. No choice whether in the matter. Like I just repel
Because your
from
baby, you're a mother. That's what happens, right? When we hear anything with our little baby, we're like,
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
you wake up at anything. You're like, oh God. You hear shit. All right, go time.
So let's say like he doesn't wake up, you know, extra throwing up. And so like he's just like right next to me. He likes to sleep like right here, like either one of these two sides. And like I can wake up and then what if I have like a nice juicy anime that I didn't watch and I've never seen, and it's like isekai baby, and like okay, so then I will have like a art piece that's like really simple to draw, like something that I've done before, and then just start drawing it, and then completing it. Would just give me so much joy.
Starting off the day making art, drawing pen to paper, art like
like
brush to paint to pat. Woo, that's wow.
I mean,
amazing.
there should be food in there. I do love food. I'm a Taurus. And like you were saying, this is going to be a home thing because Taurus and Libra, we connect at Venus. We live for our things.
The beauty, the love.
Yeah.
To l'amour.
To the more.
Yeah.
Thyself.
So there will be food. Okay, so you wake up, you eat a little food with the anime teaser.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I had like my favorite smoothie,
Oh,
there you go.
that would be cute.
do you make food at home or do you get the smoothie
I hate cooking.
delivered? Okay, gotcha.
So,
But she does.
But I do.
She does.
Especially since Fatty's been sick lately. I've been cooking his meals.
Oh, Fatty.
and
Out of pocket.
Oh my God, I live for you.
Low-key out of pocket.
The
but
homemade food.
She's a mother.
I love the homemade food for the kitties.
With the blender. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
he got sick and
This
I'm
is like
scared
if
to
you
show
had a
him.
human child, I
Yeah.
would still be like, "What, girl?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, because that's very like first time as a mom realness. It's like I'm gonna puree everything for my baby,
And I still got the things just sitting.
and I
there.
still got the
It
thing
just-
too. And I gave that little shit away. I'm like,
Yeah.
bitch, ain't no one got time for
It's
that.
like, girl, here's
I
a
wish I had time.
jar and some smoothie.
Yeah,
Put it
there you
together,
go. Yeah,
girl.
open the Gerbers, get the Gerbers going, get the Gerber coupons.
Exactly.
So
Can I just
yes.
say one more thing, right?
Of course.
Is that the last part would definitely wait, what was I about to say? Now it's out of my head.
Fatty would be good.
Fatty,
You would
the art,
She wasn't puking.
Yes.
anime,
Food,
Anime.
cooking, smoothie.
smoothie.
smoothie. Fuck, what was it? I think it was just no, I totally forgot what it was. It totally
Your house, art.
That'd be a good day.
Would you
that
stay
would.
at home?
Would you go anywhere with?
Oh, no. I would love to stay home.
Yes.
Have a little of the sexual.
Have a trade come through.
Yes, have the trade come
Have
through.
the trade come on up.
Well, encounter.
Work the body a bit.
Oh, I know. That is
That'd be
literally
cute.
the best. Yeah.
That'd be
I
cute.
mean,
I mean, that was a nice cherry on top. When you said that, I was like, oh, yeah, duh.
no, you got to have a little
cherry.
sexual healing.
That's true. I feel that.
And I also like getting it in the morning because that's great. Like,
That is.
I haven't eaten. I'm good. I'm flexible.
Not tired.
You're not tired.
Saturday morning.
Ooh, in the morning, honey.
A
Kids
weekend
asleep.
morning's a nice.
The kids
is a nice
asleep.
one.
Like, oh, it's such a good time to.
But
bond.
I'm such a heavy. Like, I'd be so lazy. Well, girl, you see me this morning when you gave my coffee. I would literally be like, like eyes closed, like.
Yeah.
What? All right. Well, here we go. And then halfway by the end of it, I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Girl, I'm awake now.
Yes, and that's it gives you energy. It gives you.
It's a nice
things. Wait, now Josie, you didn't mention your favorite drink, which is also the name of one of her songs.
Oh my gosh, Red Bull. Listen, I try to cut back on the Red Bulls. They're not good for you. Can't recommend. And you know somebody, let me not make fun, because somebody did comment that on the video. It was like,
They came for you with Red Bulls.
They were like, my grand
No.
somebody's, let me not put their business, but a relative of theirs died from Red Bulls, and they were like, shouldn't be promoted. I was like, oh,
Oh no,
girl, they're not even paying me, so
yeah.
hate to say.
I mean,
but
it's
Sorry, baby.
art. It's
was-
like, come
it's
on,
objective.
Yeah,
Okay,
But
I
Red Bull,
mean,
you can pay if you
yeah.
want.
Red Bull definitely can. But
But
it
so,
is.
do-
But
is it like they made their heart explode?
I think so. They drank too many Red Bulls.
Oh my
so.
god.
Thanks. That's gross.
But I could be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You guys chill out. Like, just
Sorry,
have
dude.
one and done.
Sorry.
Like, not.
I'm sorry, Amy's Bezos. She's like,
Please don't
you
drink.
guys chill out.
Don't be drinking. No, because back home, when we go back home,
People do drink
Yo!
energy drinks crazy.
yes. So on Saturday mornings, we help cook. There's a big community dinner, a committee dinner in the morning for all the 3 districts in our tribe. So we wake up, we get there. Call time is usually like 6 a.m. All the cooks come, and I help do the fry bread. And so they'll have, usually the helpers, and they'll be young girls. These young girls, they are drinking, it was Monster, but now it's Celsius, which we love tea.
I do like Celsius.
I love a Celsius. But so they got the big boys of Celsius now. And these kids are like, oh my God, I think this Celsius has 200 milligrams of caffeine. I think that's like a regular Red Bull too. This has 400 grams of caffeine. I'm like, oh, baby girl. But the kids, you guys, stop drinking the Monster energy drinks in the big boys. We don't need that.
I do agree.
It's like not healthy for you. But we do love a 200 milligram regular size here and there.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. That's what I
Here
mean. It's
and
like
there.
a pull me through drink. I told her
Pull me through.
She went to the bathroom earlier, and I was like, "Am I gonna get a Red Bull?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go get a Red Bull." And then they didn't have her drink, and I said, "Cancel on the Red Bull. I don't need her right now."
Wait.
I got the energy because I felt like I'm energized for this.
So you went to go see the drinks?
I almost did.
And they were like, they don't have my girl's
They didn't
shit.
have her drink, and I was like, not even worth it.
Yeah.
I don't need a drink.
I
if
love
you
that.
Don't have a drink.
I love that for you guys. So after this, honey, I'm getting an iced almond milk latte. I'm so excited. That's my reward.
Yeah, I
That's-
want a matcha. I almost got it before, but I was like, let me
downstairs.
Not. Yes.
Oh, they have a little coffee shop downstairs. And yeah, so $10 later, you will get your coffee, but it's okay. I'm like, girl, the coffee situation is wild.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Now I have to be ignorant, and I have to ask you, who's your favorite baddie?
Like, what do you mean,
Ooh,
baddie? Like,
baddies Midwest, baddies South, baddies. Because I know me and you, I see you on
I do.
the Facebooks.
I be on the Facebook.
Because only the ratchet girls can see, like, oh, you, and I love being surprised by who watches
She's
baddies.
honest about it. I don't talk about it.
No, she's reposting baddies footage.
I have. I did.
She's
Against the religion, girl.
reposting baddies content, and I'm here for it.
A fight. It was a native
And
girl.
a native girl was trying to be on the baddies, and we were like, we need this native
She
girl to get
mocked
on.
This girl. I was
did.
like, that's a repost. Vote for her.
Yes.
Was girl in the black? Was she wearing all black?
She had like a little ponytail and it got pulled out, but she just like grabbed this girl and was just giving her like a real life ass beating. Honestly.
A res down, pulling her.
She did.
Ooh, she flung her around. It was amazing.
She was manhandling that girl.
Yes.
She
So
was.
you watch baddies.
Yes, I
You're
do.
a Zeus subscriber.
Well, I use someone else's subscription, but yeah, I do watch it.
Poser! I'm paying for my own
She
subscription.
pays for her own. You're crazy.
Okay.
Who's your favorite? Wait, tell me. Who's your favorite baddie?
Okay.
Well, a lot of them make me really angry.
They
it's
are
really hard.
like
Some of them are
who hurt
politically
them?
correct.
Yeah.
You know who I think I like? I really like, what's her name? Jayla.
Oh, the pretty one. We love her. The elder. She's like the elder of the group.
Because you know what?
And Natalie Nunn. They've been together doing this shit forever.
But Natalie, I don't know.
Natalie
I don't want no
is
beef, no shots fired.
problematic.
I want no problems, please.
Because we love baddie
With the
shot
baddie
o'clock.
community.
But no. Girl, and if you're part of the baddie community watching this, thank you.
We love
I see
it.
you. I hear you.
I love it.
And we love you. My favorite is Tinkerbella.
That's what I was about to say.
That was my other one, but I could not remember.
Kurt Gurgler.
Thanksgiving.
That is my favorite.
Tinkerbella.
Tinkerbella. And I also love Diamond the Body, but
I do
Yes.
because she will fight.
She
No matter how
will.
many teeth she loses.
she's an icon.
She's gonna fight.
She's
gonna give it to them.
Tinkerbella cracks me up, though. I really like her.
Oh
I like
yeah.
that she came across whoever she needed to.
Oh my
Every
god.
time.
Yes, and
Every
she
time.
performed in. I was trying to get my boyfriend to go to Nyack, and my boyfriend's like, "Girl, this is not safe."
He's like,
and
this is dangerous.
yeah, and so I wanted to go see Tinkerbella, but also these baddies ain't coming out until 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yeah, like
Bitch,
whenever
I
they feel like
can't.
rolling
No.
through.
Girl, I
don't know.
can't.
That's okay.
I will be in bed. I'll be asleep. I'm trying to go to see Jocelyn in Connecticut.
No, you're not. Where? At Boxwoods or something?
At Waterbury, at one of these little clubs in the strip mall, probably.
Oh
I
my
cannot.
goodness.
I love
That's
Jocelyn
gonna be wild,
Hernandez.
too, though. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what.
you
So
have your
then
own security detail.
my boyfriend was like, "Babe," and I was like, "Girl, this is dangerous."
It's like I already bought the ticket.
I haven't bought the tickets, but I want to go see Jocelyn Hernandez because I live for
It's such
her.
a gully crowd. That's what everyone's afraid of.
I know.
Everyone's like, ooh.
And if we knew that she was coming at a certain time.
But they're gonna show up when they feel like it.
Yes, so there's
That's just gonna
that.
be what it's
and then
gonna
it's like,
be.
okay, I'm gonna get a bottle, I'm gonna get a section, and then I'm gonna be asleep.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be high,
be tired.
drunk. Then I'm gonna be like,
I'm ready to go home.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like doom cha cha, bitch. I can't even doom cha cha because she's doom
I can't even do cha cha.
asleep, honey. Like her new song is a bop. Anyway,
You gotta listen to it.
oh girl, it's
I live for it.
ballistic on the beats.
I could
You ate that one up. Anyway,
I do want to write for her though. Like I feel like
but that's why her
wanna
authenticity,
write for
like
her.
it is so bad. Her songs,
Amy.
They are, and that's a part of it.
But
I
that's
didn't know whether
why
you wanted to say it or
we
not. I
love
wasn't going to mention
her.
it.
Oh my God, Jocelyn, we love your lyrics.
So good, bad.
It's
Yeah,
so good bad.
It is.
So good
It
bad.
is.
Did you guys see she's in the new Telfar ads, the new Telfar campaign?
I think I did because
This
she
is
looks
her
all
style.
I
good,
like
right?
the way you like to her
That's
song. Yes.
I see that.
Yes. So she is major. I didn't know my daughter knew who Jocelyn was. I was singing something, or I said the Puerto Rican princess when we were in Puerto Rico or something. She's like, "Oh, Jocelyn, I live." I'm like, "You know who Jocelyn is?"
No,
I'm like,
you know what? My nieces kill me with that because they do, and they be so adamant. I mean, they're like my best friend's kids, so they're like 10, the oldest
Yeah.
one, my niece TP. They're all around that age, and they're getting older.
Yes.
Like, so, like she has two older sisters. And one time, like, they stayed at my house and I was putting the baby to sleep and I was watching Baddies, minding my business. But then they wanted to come in. They were like, "Can we sit in here and watch it with you?" And I was like, "I guess."
Yeah.
So we all watched Baddies and they had this popcorn. They just had like such a ball watching it. But I was like, "Oh my God, this
What
show
have I
is
done?"
insane."
Yes.
And like, this is not a good show. It's like, I'll hear her and she'll be like, "Natalie Nan, Baddies."
Oh my
Baddies.
Like, every time we'll say something bad about, like, me and her mom will like say something about Natalie Nunn, and we're like, "Well, like," and we'll tell her something, and she'll be like, "No, that's not true." We're like, "That's literally the truth."
Now she said,
Like,
"I'll see you outside about
yeah,
it."
like she'll
Yeah.
get like defensive.
She's like, "I'm about to do my big one."
And then, like,
You're gonna catch this fade.
and then my nephew was like, what he kept saying,
Oh,
he
my
said,
lick back.
"That's how she was." And they be wanting to play fight so
I'm telling you,
bad.
it is. I
And
see
then my
it.
nephew, her younger brother, he's 5 or about to be 5, and he'll say "Baddies pose 28," and he kept saying that, and me and my sister were like, "What are you? Stop! Why are you saying pose 28?" He's like, "That's the lyrics. Baddies pose 28." We said it's pose for me, and he's like, "No, it's not."
I
And he was
live
like, all
for.
day he was like, "Pose 28."
That's me. That's me. That's me. I don't know any lyrics. I make that shit up. Nah. I love
should be looking
us.
fly.
We could have a Baddies spin-off
my God,
podcast
stop.
because, girl, we're going on a tangent, which I live for. And that's why I can talk to you hoes, because I can't talk to everyone about Baddies.
No,
Yeah.
some people get really
People
upset
don't know.
about it.
People have never heard of Baddies.
Or they've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you're my people. I live for you. And that's
they are
why
my dirty little secret.
it's my dirty little secret. But if you know, you know. That's why when I saw you, I was like, right, bitch, I fucking love this hoe.
No, because when I'm in a bad mood, it's what I put on. I'm like,
Yeah.
watch people.
And you
beat
can
the
you can
shit out
kind of
each
scroll
other.
if you want to be like, oh, let me scroll and be like, You guys, this was amazing. I am so thankful for you all to be here. I'm so thankful for you, Steven, who engineered
Yes, thank
and
you.
lighted. We're trying to figure this shit out today. I'm so thankful for you. Should I come up with an ending? What is an ending? What do we do? We can just, I don't know. Do we just say goodbye? I haven't come up with a sign off yet. I need a sign off.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I got to sign off. I want to say it is the first day of Ramadan. And to my Muslim brothers and sisters, I'd like to say this. Respect to the law, respect to halal, and respect Allah. And God bless. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you, Onijah. We love you.
Yes.
Where is Onijah, though? Where is Onijah? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
You guys don't know who Onijah Robinson is? Do you know who Onijah is? Okay, Onijah Robinson, I want to speak it into your phones because hopefully now you will see her.
Mine is not
She's a woman from New York who catfished a man on in Pakistan.
$45,000
or more.
or more.
Oh, that one. Oh,
Respect the
nice.
law.
Cash.
Respect to halal. Respect the law. She's an icon. She's a New York icon. And the last they saw her, she was in Dubai.
Yeah.
Because she's having her baby in Dubai, her and her man. So she catfished a guy in Pakistan, and he was catfishing too, but he was 19. So she went over to meet her new husband, and he saw her at the airport and bounced. Blocked, edited, left this bitch on the streets. So like a true New Yorker, honey, this woman, I don't know how she got a whole press
junket.
like she got a whole press meeting. What is it called? The press when you have a press like what the president does. Like the most mics I've ever seen in front of this woman, giving her this energy. They're like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" you know, she's like, I'm Onaija, I'm Pakistani now. She's like, I'm Pakistani now. They're like, why don't you go home? She's like, because this is my home now. I live here, you know, and just a true icon of confidence and power. And I just love her. And she has the best sound bites. That will be my Halloween costume.
With the scarf?
Oh, no, it's for the eyebrow. And the makeup is fierce. The makeup is giving Pat McGrath.
Okay.
Bitch, the tiny eyebrows. It's giving cabaret. It's giving fashion, honey.
Giving fashion.
The little bicycle shirt. I mean, the hijab. Like, you know, Shabana, her aide. Like, she has people around her doing things for her. Getting her McDonald's extra salty fries.
How did she get that? Who
When
was
did-
doing that for her?
Everyone in this country has been helping this woman. Like, shout out to the Pakistani people. My best friend Shiraz is Pakistani. So him and I were seeing it first because he is on the Pakistani, you know, fucking algorithms. Then I see it because I'm sick and twisted. And I get that too. And I was like, honey, wait, baby, what is going on? So I was seeing it a month before everyone. I was like, I'm obsessed with this woman. Like, what is going on? And every day would be a new press release. Like, she would just interviewed this man, like a social. It was giving Project Reach.
To her that she was like,
And she
no,
was
you
like,
talk
shut-
too much. I said, whoa.
He was being the sweetest man. My sister, calling her sister Onaija. You know, the whole thing. And he's like, and that was the press conference where she was saying she was going to fix the streets of Pakistan because they're horrendous. She's like, I can't stand it. She was like, I need $200,000 or more. And then it became, you know, 100 more thousands before I talk. And she's like, you know, I'm not talking to you. You know, it's against my religion. There's no, I mean, Onaija, she's amazing and I love her. You all, thank you so much for joining us on the inaugural episode of Let's Have a Powwow podcast. What are your socials? Where can everyone find you at on the internet? Tell us where.
So my Instagram is Chief Josephine, and then I'm on Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal and all that under Miss Josephine. So that's MS Josephine.
On major platforms.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am Jayden-Avery. So that's Jayden-Avery Love. And you can find me on Instagram. And you can find me on like all those things. But also Zealous. ZEALOUS. And that's for seeing my art.
Bitch, I thought you were talking about Zell. I was like, yeah, Zell, money tag, Amy, Farid. Also, yeah.
Zeus, you could sponsor us.
Oh my God,
We've
Zeus.
mentioned many different products.
Yeah,
over
Red
time.
Bull, thank you.
Yeah,
The song
Celsius.
goes with that.
Okay.
Yes.
Even these social media platforms could do better.
Yes.
Instagram. Huh?
We need the monies, honey. So yes, Zell us all. Thank you to everyone. I love you all. See you next time.
Bye.
I'm so sorry, I forgot about what I was gonna say. It was to write a song. That's what I was trying to say. And then I was thinking, complete the song. And then I thought, oh, complete the art. And then I was like, what was I about to say? What was I about to say?
You gave us so much. And the cat content I live for.